how would you compare the different Asian countries you've been to?
I have friends here that live off like $1,000 a month. American dream is no longer, this is my opinion, is no longer living in America. There's a reason why I keep on coming back. Maybe there's some people that aren't as open, like particularly with Americans, I would say. Here, I've lived my experience here as a foreigner, as a tourist, and I lived my experience here as someone who's living here. But like there's flooding in the streets, something that we should have taken care of like a long ass time ago. But you know how the government is, and they won't even be polite with you. Like they just won't even bother, bro. It's cause like they think we're like rich or something, bro. And also the women, as I was saying, like the girls here, you know, Filipinos, if you're over 30, they won't let you in. If they like you, they're gonna want to like kind of take care of you, you know. They're seeing a lot of shit that they're not liking back home, and they're like, man, I've heard good things about like Asian women. You know, they age like fine wine.
And today I have a guest with me who's going to give a little bit more information about the Philippines. As I always say, I'm not here to be politically correct. I'm not here to win friends or influence minds. Simply here to share my truth. And I hope my guest today does the same, which I know he will. But without further ado, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? What's your name and where you're from?
My name is Bran. I am from California. I've been out here in Philippines. I used to live here for about a year. I don't live here anymore. I'm just here for a couple more days, and I'm just catching up here with my friend here, Taj.
Word, man. So I want to know, I don't think I've ever asked you, Bran, like, what brought you to the Philippines in the first place?
So when I first came to the Philippines, that was back in 2022. So I was like traveling around South America, North America, and also Europe. And I've had heard good things about Philippines because I had worked previously with other Filipinos from, you know, online, and, you know, there's other companies that hire people from abroad, and, you know, Philippines is the main one. So when I wanted to start like my Asia travel, I was more familiar with Philippines because of what I've heard. And I also knew that there was like a lot more English speakers here. So that's why I started off in Philippines, and then from there, that's, you know, I went off to other countries.
Okay. So it's my understanding that you've kind of done some traveling around Asia. You're on your Asian exploration right now.
Right.
So how would you compare the different Asian countries you've been to here in the Philippines?
Well, I've been to, as I was like mentioning, I've been to Bali. I went to Singapore, I've been to Thailand, I've been to Korea, I've been to Japan, I've been to Vietnam, I've been all over. I've been around.
Yeah.
So like I was doing like a good bit of, I did like a 6-7 month travel in Asia around. And then after that, I just had like I thought about it, like where do I really like it the most to kind of kick it for more time. And I just decided on Philippines. Why? Like a couple reasons. One is the language.
Right.
We've been banging up on that. The language. I mean, most people here, they know how to speak English, which is a huge plus compared to like other countries where they speak in their own language. Some of them, they don't really even know how to speak English. So that's one. Second, the weather's, I like the weather.
It's amazing. Yeah.
I enjoy the weather here. Like it's sunny. I don't know why people say it's in it, but you know,
Which means hot, by the way.
Yeah, it means hot. And you know, beach life. There's a lot of islands here. Well, Philippines is an island. So that's, and also the women, as I was saying, like the girls here, you know, Filipinos are cute. I mean, they call them like the Asian Latinas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You never heard of that one?
Nah, but I mean, when you look at Filipinas and even Filipinos, yeah, you see I see a blend. Like I see some Latino influences.
Yeah.
For some, I see some African American influences, and then some Indian too.
Actually, bro, like they used to, and you'll hear this a lot. Have you never heard like someone say like, oh, like my grandparent or my grandma, she's from Spain, she's Spanish. You never heard this?
Yeah.
Or you know, like how they have like an American first name and then like their last name is kind of like
Hispanic or
Latino, whatever. Yeah. So there is some influence there. So that's why, like, I guess you could say here, like, the women here, you know, they got some curves in them. So
Yeah, for sure. Don't sleep on them. Don't sleep on them, man.
Don't sleep on them.
All right, man. So English, that was a big factor in you staying here, and then the women, of course. So how would you compare like other countries, other Asian countries, and their ability to speak English, and the women, of course?
Well, to answer your first one, bro, like, if you're in Vietnam, for example, like, you gotta have translate. You gotta use it. If you're in Korea, you gotta have an app. It's called like Papago. It's more effective than Google Translate. Like, if you're in other countries, you gotta use Translate, man. Like, you even if they do know a little bit of how to speak English, you gotta like ease down on the pace. So in Asia, aside from India, I think most people can agree that, you know, Philippines is where it's, you know, the majority of the people are well spoken in English, and it's not their national language. It's just, you know, it's something that they're brought up with either television, from what I've heard, like from my Filipino friends, or most of it's coming like from entertainment and stuff.
I see.
And social media now. So yeah, I mean, I think that's gonna come later on with like other countries like Vietnam, or, you know,
Actually,
maybe Thailand. Like, I've seen that, like, with the up and coming generation,
yeah.
where like they know more English than, you know, the dudes, like the people that are like in their 30s or 40s, because they're being taught that more, because now they're pushing that more. You know what I'm saying?
I see. I actually heard, man. I recently sat down with a new acquaintance of mine who got back from Vietnam before coming back over to the Philippines, and he was saying that, you know, he tried to speak English over there, and they were just not having it. Like, they got kind of upset. They were like expecting him to speak Vietnamese. What was your experience like?
I think people, you know, people there, they're good, man. Like, they're good people, but, you know, like with America and Vietnam, like, we
the history there.
We got some history there, so like, maybe there's some people that aren't as open, like, with, particularly with Americans, I would say. But, you know, I've never really seen that like firsthand. They will appreciate it, like, if you make a little bit of effort, just like even saying excuse me in Vietnamese is just like "moi," or I think it's "moi," and or even just say thank you or please. Like, if you just say a couple words here and there in their language, they'll like appreciate that. They'll see that you're like making effort to try to speak in their language, and then maybe they'll reciprocate and try to like come with you like in the middle if they know a little bit of English as well.
I see.
But again, like, going back to Philippines, like, the majority of the people, they know how to speak English, so I like that I can express myself in my own language. And like, if I'm talking to a new person, or let's say a girl, you know, like, I can talk in my own language and she'll understand it. So like, I can express myself the best way that I can. So that's, you know, that's always a benefit.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, man. Well, first I want to say that it seems like you don't have any issues with the ladies, man, at least as far as I can tell, right? So when it comes to talking to ladies, like, in other countries in Asia, like, what is that experience like, since they don't really speak English like that? Like, how does that work exactly?
I think most of it, like, is body language. I think it's kind of like body language. I've learned, like, if you can kind of tell, like, maybe just like kind of like
Playing with the hair and
playing
stuff.
with the hair, maybe looking across her shoulder a bit, you know, making sure that, you know, maybe they'll pull out their camera, make sure that if you're like observant of like these details, then, and if, you know, there is no magical pickup line, bro. Like, dudes be telling me, like, bro, like, what should I say? It's not like go up to them and say a cheesy pickup line. Just like, look presentable. If you think there's some connection there from what you're reading off of body language, saying hello can go a long way.
Right.
And that's it. Like, you say hi and be, you know, and then the girl will say like either hello back, and if she's not into it, then she's not into it. You move along.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm just curious, man. You know, because I imagine having my phone out the whole time, right? The Google Translate or whatever
That's
the app was
difficult,
in
bro.
Korea, and it's just like, you know, you just boop, 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 It's like,
Yeah.
I imagine how that might work, man. But okay,
And
good to know.
in,
Now,
in Japan, you gotta like if you're in Japan, bro. Like I've seen it. Like I've seen dudes like they'll like talk to a girl, and they'll just put something like, "Hi, I think you're very beautiful, and I don't know how to speak Japanese, and but I just wanted to say hello."
mm,
And they'll put that in translate, and then some girls will either like walk away, or they'll be like, they'll kind of like giggle and be like, "Oh no, it's okay, I can speak a bit of English," and you're in, bro.
he said, and you're in.
You're in, bro. You're in, bro.
The gates have opened.
Yeah.
Understood, man. Now, when you start thinking about some of these other countries like Japan, Korea, and the Philippines, man, like how would you describe like some of the cultural differences between the different areas, man? What are some things you like about them?
It's a big one. If we're talking cultural differences, I mean, the food, that's one. I think in Korea, like, people are more, I think they can be misinterpreted, but they're more blunt, bro. Like, there's no two-faced people there. Like, they'll straight up tell you, like, if I like you or they don't like you, man. Like,
I actually prefer that.
I prefer that too.
Yeah.
Some people don't like it, and I like it. But I mean, in Japan, I've kind of heard. I really don't have any much negative to say about Japan. I love the country, but in Japan, sometimes they say like they may not like you, but they're just being polite. In Korea, like they won't even be polite with you. Like they just won't even bother, bro.
Oh, go ahead.
And then in Philippines, it's like, I think that's what I was saying earlier, bro. Like people are just really hospitable. You know, they make you feel, they welcome you, you know? So Filipinos are maybe more, they could be more loud maybe, or, you know, they're in a karaoke and shit.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of part of their culture here, but I think that's an Asian culture all around, bro, like karaoke and stuff. Yeah.
I think so for sure, man. Okay. And what about, do you have any experience with the nightlife, man, here in the Philippines or in any other countries? If so, like, what is that experience like?
Nightlife in Philippines, like,
Yeah, Philippines, Korea, Japan.
I think nightlife in Korea, actually, bro, like we haven't talked about this, but if you're over 30, they won't let you in.
Really? In Korea?
They won't let
Is
you
that
in.
like every establishment in Korea?
I only went to Club Life in Seoul. It's called Hyundai. That's like kind of like the main one, and there's like another one. It's called like Itaewon. They ask you for your ID before you go in, and if you're over 30, male or female, because you think like even if she's 32, but you know how Asian girls be looking younger than their age, right?
Right.
They're still like, they won't let you in, bro.
Wow, man. So it's like reverse carding. Like,
I would
You're
think
too
like
old.
at least they let the girls in, you know. So you know, like
yeah.
girls are more like acceptable, but if you're over 30, they won't let you in. Legit. I even come across an issue where like I was with my friend who's like Korean, but he's a bartender, so he knows everyone, no? So it's good like when you know someone who knows people, you know?
Right.
And there was a guy who's like giving me shit because like I'm not 30, like I'm in my 20s, bro, but he was like kind of like, nah, like this even for like people younger for 25. But like my boy kind of like vouched for me. He's like, no, let him. He's like, all right. So he let me in. But like if you're over 30, the majority of the clubs will not let you in.
Wow. So like, what is that about, man? Is it like, for lack of a better way of putting it, is that like an obsession with youth? Like youth culture or looking young, or what is that?
I think so, bro. I mean, I don't really like dive deep into it. I don't get why I don't know why they wouldn't let like people maybe like even in their early 30s or even like early 40s. I mean, some people, you know, they age like fine wine, and then like when it comes to appearance, like they still look good. I mean, I don't know, bro, but that's one thing in Korea that they do. In Japan, it's a fucking sausage fest. I'm just gonna fucking say it, bro. It's a sausage
I'm surprised by that, actually.
It's a sausage
really
fest, bro. Yeah. So like, and especially like Japan is up there when it comes to like the most touristy countries, especially this year. If you didn't know that. So then there's like a lot of foreigners, and there's also like Japanese or people from around, and then like there's like outnumbered, bro. And then like I've been there once, like where like a girl, she's kind of feeling you. You could kind of feel that. And then like these other dudes, like they kind of just like swarm in, bro. And then they like it's like the fucking like the butterfly comes near, and then like these other insects just come and then they like scare off the butterfly away, bro. So like that's one thing I didn't really like about Japan nightlife. In Philippines, I think it's more fun. I think it's the most fun in nightlife in Philippines. You don't get that, like they don't have people like asking, oh no, you can't come in. Like you could be dude, I've seen a fucking 70-year-old with his cane,
Right.
like up, you know what I'm saying? Like the up character, like
Yeah.
throwing it down in the club, bro. He's throwing it down in the club. And I've got no issue to it. Like if he's an adult, he can be there, and you know he's a consumer. But nightlife here, it's I don't know, bro. I mean, have you heard the music that they be playing?
Yeah, I'm not. So number one, I'm not really much of a club person. I prefer more chill spots like the spot we're in right now. Right, you can enjoy the music. You can have conversations. I've been to some clubs here. You know that. You and I have gone out before.
We've gone out
to a couple places, and for me, it's way too packed. Way too packed. Like you can barely move, man.
Weekends, bro.
And then the music is not necessarily my vibe. It's more like old, like early 2000s.
Yeah, early 2000s.
Yeah, like late 90s type music, and it's cool. But the way I like to explain it is, when you go out here, the music is like for, I feel like sing along. Like whereas when you go out in America, it's more for like dancing to. Yeah. So when I go, I'm trying to dance.
Some shorties, they know how to move, man.
Oh, bro, trust me, I know.
I know, bro. We've gone out together a couple times. Yeah. You tell them like, what's it like when you're out with me? You as like, not my perspective, your perspective.
Oh, bro, if you go out with this guy here, man, that's another level, man. That's another level. My man, Bran is real hospitable. I'll say that. Real hospitable. He's always trying to spoil somebody, man. Hey, I'm getting drinks. Oh, how much No, don't even worry about it. It's like, okay. Hey, man, I got the shorty. Hey, yo, tell your friends to come through. It's like, bro, I'm just trying to chill, So it's always a good time going out with you, man. It's just me. I'm not a club person, man. So I feel like sometimes I pull you down, man.
No. Before I was into that, like when I first came here, like I kind of just, everything was like new to me. It's fresh, So like when I would go out with my friend, like we go like bar hopping and stuff, like go in Mandaue, we go in Lahu, we go in Mango. Mango's crazy, bro. And then
I keep hearing about Mango. Like where is that? Here?
Mango is like where I took you. Where remember we went to like the pool, like the bar, and then we went to.
Oh, that bar was in Mango?
That's Mango.
Oh,
Mango's kind of like
red
district.
Right?
It's kind of like red district, bro. Like here in Cebu.
Oh, I see.
So like when I first came here, like I just kind of wanted to check everything out. New people, see what each club has to offer, and it was fun. And yeah, like you get women, bro. Like I don't know. Also here, and I think Lang can agree with me on this. Like one thing that Philippines has that I haven't really, maybe Thailand has that too, that not other Asian countries have, is, have you heard of the word afam?
Say it one more time.
Afam. AFAM.
I feel like I have, but go ahead and enlighten me.
So an afam, from what I know, is basically like a foreigner boyfriend or a foreigner guy that you're dating. So they'll say like, oh, there's an afam there, or there's like a handsome afam. So that's kind of like a thing. Like it's kind of like, in a way, Filipinos, they do put like foreigners up, which I don't get. Like it's like we're nothing special. I mean, we're just human beings. But that's the thing here, bro. Like, but like in Japan and Korea, they don't really give a shit. Like if you're foreigner or not.
I've heard that at least.
But they don't care, bro.
It's interesting that you bring that up, man. Because when I went out, I went out to Texas Roadhouse recently with a couple other expats and some friends, and two of the people there, they were Filipinas, and they were saying, "Oh, last time I came here by myself, and they didn't even give me bread." And I was like, "Why didn't they give you bread?" And she was like, "Because I'm a Filipino." I was like, "But they're Filipino." She's like, "Yeah, but the treatment, like for some reason, they just treat us differently when we go out to certain establishments. But if I'm with a foreigner, then they're definitely going to bring my bread, and anything we need, they're going to have it." And I find that to be interesting.
It's because like they think we're like rich or something, bro. And let's call a spade, bro. Like not every foreigner here has got that. They're not rich.
Sure, not everyone.
Not everyone. Actually, most dudes probably coming out here like on savings, bro, budget, whatever, bro. But it's not the case. Like they're just also working people that are just probably coming down here, but they're not rich. But I don't know. Like it's just like this thing that they have in mind. Like, oh, dollar, euro. In fairness, I understand it's a stronger currency than it is peso. But yeah, like if I go out with a girl, I mean, you've seen it, no? Like, if I'm gonna I used to live here, bro. So, like, if I go to a restaurant, I already know the staff. The staff already know me. They know how I like to move. They know how I like to be treated. There's a reason why I keep on coming back. Especially if I come with a female, they know that, like, and I like that, and I respect that. And the girl, like, they'll look at me like, man, who the fuck is this guy? Like, I've gone out with chicks, and I'm not trying to flex here or anything, but, like, she'll tell me like, "Oh no, it's weekend. I don't think they have anything available." I was like, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Let me handle this."
I'll take care of it. And they'll do it, bro. Like but I think that goes along with just like in every other country. It depends how you are with people, the relationships that you establish. Like there was I've lived my experience here as a foreigner, as a tourist, and I lived my experience here as someone who's living here. So there's a difference. So, yeah, when you come here as a tourist, it's a short period. But when you're here for now living here, it's a different experience, bro.
So on that tip, man, with you having both experiences as a tourist and a long-term dweller, what are some things you've noticed about the Philippines or here in Cebu that you maybe wouldn't realize as a tourist?
I think as a tourist, like when I was here as a tourist, I was just here to kind of like fool around, bro. So like I maximize my time just like trying to meet as many people, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then when I came back here, it was like more settled. Like I had to look for a place. I got to see like a lot more places like in the city, like, and I guess you could say like the difference is as a tourist compared to living here. Let me get back to you on that one. I have to think on it.
Okay, no worries, man. I have another question for you. So you seem like a guy who likes the finer things in life. You like to really enjoy yourself, man. And I keep hearing, I hear mixed things about Manila. Like a lot of people say, "Oh, don't go." And then recently, a buddy of mine, he's like, "Oh, bro, I live out here. You have to come." And there's a lot to do. There's no shortage of things to do, even more than here in Cebu. So I guess what made you want to settle here in Cebu as opposed to maybe in Manila or anywhere else in the Philippines?
Traffic, bro. Traffic in Manila is insane. You'll see that whenever you go down there.
Everyone always says it.
Traffic is crazy there. The floods going on. Like I don't want to get too political, but have you heard about this shit or
no?
The floods in Manila.
The floods, yeah, but outside of that, no.
Yeah. Like if it rains heavy, there's flooding in the streets. Something that they should have taken care of like a long ass time ago. But you know how the government is, and so there's that traffic. The streets. I mean, in Manila, it's kind of hit and miss. It's a lot more populated. There's a lot more people there. Like, you do have areas like BGC and Makati, which are kind of like the nice areas. But then, like, after a while, you kind of get bored of it, bro. Like, honestly, like, me, like, why do I prefer here in the South? Because in Manila, like, you do have some beaches, but I think in the South, it's kind of more popular for that. Like, they got Malboa, you got Bohol. Are you in Bohol?
Yeah. No. Man, I got excited. No, I got invited to Bohol. I haven't been yet.
Gotta go to Bohol. So you're just like an hour and a half away. Like if you take the fast ferry, Mount Boal is like what, a couple hours and you drive, and then you got like some other like waterfalls around here. So I like that it has that variety here in Cebu City, and it's also the second largest city in the country. And I think Manila can be a little bit too overwhelming sometimes, bro. Plus, I think nightlife here is. I think it's easier to get by because, like, you got Mandawi, you got Mango, you have Banilad. You could kind of just like, it's a drive-by of like 10, 15 minutes, like in a car. Right. And then, and if you go to Manila, it's kind of like more spread out, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if you go to like a club in BGC and you want to go to like a club in Makati, it's like, it could be like a 40-minute drive or 35-minute drive. And you have to look at how traffic is like. So yeah, that's kind of Manila, and you'll see that, and I think you'll understand it better once you live it.
Okay, understood, man. Yeah, I got to make that trip, bro, for sure. And you know, a little side quest here in the conversation, man. Like, do you do more so of your own cooking, or do you eat out a lot? And if so, like what are the cost differences that one could expect eating out compared to just buying their own food and cooking at home?
Yeah, that's another one. So going back to the tourism, being here as a tourist and living here. So once you live here, you're more established. Then yeah, I'm not a big fan of. Look, I like some Filipino foods. Not my favorite cuisine in Asia. I'm just keeping it real. You know, like got good foods here. A lot of fried foods. It's also kind of got like that American like foods as well, like fried chicken, and you got like burgers and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not really. It's yummy food. It's just not healthy food. So when I was living in Cebu, then you get like a lot more cooking. And then if you're like with a girl, bro, and that's one thing I like about, not just about Filipinas, but you know, most Asian women, is that they're more like, if they like you, they're gonna want to like kind of take care of you, you know? And I like that. Like, yeah, I'll take care of the groceries, but like, she's gonna cook. You know, she'll cook something up. I like me a good home dish, especially if it's made with some love, you know?
Yeah,
so
I definitely understand, man.
When I was living here in Cebu, usually I had someone that would like cook and stuff, so I quite like that. And then, you know, get some veggies or, you know, some meats. And then, yeah, my meals are pretty basic, like carbs, veggies, and meat, but not so big on pork. They got lechon here. Yeah. I went to lechon a couple days ago before I leave Cebu, because I know that's like one of their main dishes here in Cebu, like lechon. Yeah. So yeah, you got to do that.
Yeah, man, I'm not too big on the pork either, which is unfortunate because I know a lot of the cuisine here is kind of based around pork. You know,
heavily, bro.
It be smelling good. Don't get me wrong, it smells delicious, y'all. But I just stay away from it.
Yeah. So yeah, that food is. I mean, they got other varieties as well. Actually, the pizza here in Philippines is pretty good, man.
You said the pizza?
Pizza's good,
bro. Don't get me started about the pizza here.
I know.
Do not get me started, bro. We're gonna have to save that for another video, bro.
Yeah.
But okay. Okay. All right. Have you thought any more about the other question, man? As far as one of the biggest differences, or some things you noticed about being a tourist compared to being here long term?
Yeah, so one is like the food. I guess like once you start living here, bro, you start like knowing more people. So since I've already lived here before, like now that I'm here like for a short term again, like I've linked up with people that are like awesome people, bro. Just like yourself, man. Like my friend.
Thank you, man.
And I have other friends here as well in the city, and like I'll make like a post like on my Insta or something, like, oh, like just, you know, out of nowhere, like I won't let anyone know. I'll drop by and they'll be like, oh, you're in the city, like let's link up, let's do something, or how long are you here for, you know? I like that. So like
low-key a celebrity.
No, it's just like people here, like, again, it's just the relationships that you build, and people here, they're good people, bro. They're good people.
I must say so, man. At least the people that like I've magnetized with, or the people that I've attracted, and people that apparently they're attracted to me. What am I trying to say? Anyways, the people that I've met so far, yeah, definitely great relationships, man. Great connections, good vibes, man. And I must say, it's a complete different experience meeting people and getting connected with people outside of the country as opposed to being in America. I feel like people can be more standoffish in America when it comes to just social settings compared to being here. I mean, granted, if you're wearing something that looks nice, like a dope outfit, people might comment on it in America, and maybe not so much here. But once you strike up a conversation with someone here, it runs deep. And you might be hanging out with that person later on that night, where that really hasn't been my experience in America too much, man. Few and far in between, I'll say. So I do appreciate that aspect of the Philippines, man. Everyone I've met so far are people that, for the most part, I continue to talk to this day.
What do you think about the women back in the States compared to here?
On what aspect? Like physical aspects?
No. Like when it comes to like meeting them and dating them.
Meeting them and dating them, I'd say there's definitely more prerequisites to meeting a woman in America and trying to date them in America. Yep. It's almost like a job interview. They already have a checklist of things that you need to have in order to even breathe the same air as them. For a lot of them, not all of them, right? Whereas here, there might be some parameters to dating certain women here. Like, they want their basic needs met, and I do understand that. Yeah. But for the most part, I don't see a lot of them that really judge looks as far as deciding whether they want to be with this person or not. It's mostly about the character of the person, which I can appreciate, bro. I can really appreciate, because that means that this person is trying to go below the surface, right? They're trying to really get to know you at your core, and then everything else kind of radiates out from there. Whereas in America, it starts on the outer shell, and if you can't even get past the outer shell, there's no way to even get to the core. And even if you meet those prerequisites, you still may never get to the core of truly knowing that person or them truly knowing you. It's all superficial, again, for the most part, but I'm just gonna call it, like you said, call a spade a spade. Like that's just the culture there in America. I mean, you don't have to look hard to see that on social media. Just hear about some of the things these women are saying, and even some of the men, man. I think, bro,
just to chime in here, bro. Like what you're saying is, like fucking the women, bro. Like in the West, like they try to make it seem like it's equal, like men, like as if they're men. No, it's like here in Asia or in Philippines, like they still understand, like you're the man, I'm the woman. So like they're more traditional in that aspect.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I think, bro, some of these dudes are leaving the U.S. to come down here, bro.
Oh yeah.
Because they're seeing a lot of shit that they're not liking back home, and they're like, man, I've heard good things about like Asian women. They age like fine wine. Some of these girls will be like 35. They'll be looking like 23, 25, depending on how they take care of themselves, of course.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of like a no-brainer. They're cute. I mean, they could speak English here, so that's not that's not an issue. And then they're more traditional, bro. Like I like me someone that would want to like iron my shirt, get me a cup of coffee, like I'll take care of them, but I take care of them with the life that I live, which is good, which I'm blessed.
Yeah.
But you don't need to really have that like super high end life. Just basic, bro. Like I know I have friends here that live off like $1,000 a month with a partner. And
it's doable.
And it goes a long way here too, bro.
It's doable. I want to comment on that, man. Recently, I made a video, right? It was talking about, the dating aspects and just pretty much educating people, men, on not being taken advantage of, because there's, scams and stuff like that out here. Everywhere. And even scams back home, but
everywhere.
If you're on the dating apps, you're a target. If you're a man, you're a target for a lot of certain types of women, right?
Let's just call it, bro. They want
the money.
Yeah. Going back to what you're saying, I mean, obviously, of course, if you're on these dating apps, I mean, some of these chicks will some of them are prostitutes, bro. Like they're workers, bro.
You're right about that. just remember my train of thought. And some young lady commented, or I'll just say some young woman commented on the video, and she was like, "Who goes to a foreign country to save money or something like that, or to not spend money?" And I'm just thinking, I was like, clearly she's never been outside of the country.
Yeah.
Number one, because a lot of people who don't like the way things are back home, whether it's due to taxes or they want their money to stretch, or like you were saying, the women, they're looking to exit the country. So
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are, looking at that
Bro,
as a reason to be.
The American dream is no longer, this is my opinion, is no longer living in America.
It's true.
The American dream is to be able to make American dollar and live outside of America. And that's called geo arbitrage. Have you heard of this?
Oh yeah, of course.
So like your money, dude, when I'm in Vietnam, bro, like in $3,000 feels like 10K,
No way.
you know?
No way.
And I'd be spending like, imagine what's that like, bro? Like when I'm actually spending like up there, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, money can go a long way here. I mean, but it's also like depends on the lifestyle you want to live, bro. Because like just last weekend, I'm not sure if you saw, I was in Mactan. I posted that, like I was in Mactan. I was like in Shangri-La. It's a pretty well-known resort, bro. So I was like, heck, I want to go to the resort. I want to check out. I don't just want to visit. I want to stay there. Yeah, I mean, I spent some bread on that, but it was a nice experience, you know. You don't got to do that. You can just come here, probably rent a place for like what, like $15 a night, a hotel. You can do that. $15, $20 a night, a hotel.
This is crazy.
Something, modest. You could stay here for like a week. Food, if you want, you can go to like those calderetas. Have you heard of that? It's like the street foods, bro. Like the one.
Oh yeah, okay.
You can buy food for like 80 pesos.
Yeah, man. That $15 a night though for the hotel, it's like guys, think about this. You're back home. You can't even get a Motel 6
For like 100, right?
for $15 a night.
No, now it's like 100 minimum, no?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but I
170.
remember when I was growing up, it was 69.
I mean, yeah, but, right.
He was even promoted like 69.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think I remember that, man. But it's like, who wants to stay at a Motel 6, right? But for less than what you can get a Motel 6 for here, I mean, you tell it. You're living the life, right?
You live a good life, bro. So, I mean, your money does stretch out here. So, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I don't see myself going back. I enjoy being here. There's a reason why I'm here. And yeah, and honestly, dude, like, again, I'm gonna like bang up on this. I'm blessed because I'm young and I'm able to be here. Because like we see other foreigners here, but they're like up there, like on their in terms of age.
Yeah,
it's not a problem. But I'm just saying, like I met up with guys like that, and they're not envious towards me. Like, if anything, they're like, man, I would have loved to have been here when I was like around your age, you know? Like, and they say like, live it up, man. Like, that they've been working up like from their 20s to 30s to be able to now move here or be established here now, but it took them some time, So, yeah, it's cool.
That actually brings me up. So, two questions. One, how old are you? And number two, so a lot of people, they're wondering, like, how can I do this for myself? And the biggest challenge is being able to make US dollar while being abroad.
Yep.
So what do you do to sustain yourself here while in the Philippines?
So I'm a businessman, and most of my work is online. So I'm 28 years old. So yeah, 30s is creeping in, bro. But it's all good. I mean, I'm 28. Living a good life. But yeah, I work online, bro, and what it takes. I mean, it's pretty simple, man. Like, I think people overcomplicate it. I mean, I think COVID was kind of like a blessing in disguise, I would say, like in terms of like people that wanted to maybe start actually working remotely.
Right.
Because a lot of companies figured out like, hey, we don't need to pay an office space. You don't need to come to like present yourself physically. You can still get the job done, and it functions just as well if you were to do it at your home.
Right.
So there's a lot of jobs out there that you can do that's remote. Don't be afraid of like looking for something new. I mean, one thing I've heard growing up, finding a job is a job. Starting a new life that you never had, you're gonna have to do new things that you've never done. You know? Honestly, bro, it's so fucking simple, bro. But like, people overcomplicate this shit.
So I guess what advice would you give to another young person, man, who's, you know, looking at their situation in America and is like, okay, it's time for me to go, but their major concern is being able to support themselves financially overseas. What advice would you give that person?
Start supporting yourself online or where you're at. Like if they're, let's just say a scenario, bro. If you're in New York and you're working physically, try to find a remote job, but do it within New York. Check it out. 3 months, 6 months. Make sure it's stable, of course, you know? You don't want to come across any hiccups. Maybe save some cash. Just have like a backup cushion, you know what I'm saying? And maybe make that trip out to whichever country you want to go to. If it's here, if it's Thailand, if it's, you know, etc. Or even if it's in South America. Go down there for a week, kind of feel it out, see if you like it. And then, yeah, if you want, you can go back or you can stay.
Right.
I mean,
True.
And then just keep it going. Like, don't be afraid to get out of your shelter. And I think that's what most people are afraid of. And it's just like, because people tell me all the time, like, bro, I want to live this kind of life. How do you do it? Like, it's really simple. It's just how badly do you want it? Because if you do you just you just say you want it, or do you actually want it?
Right.
Because if you actually want it, you're going to have to make some steps to get to it.
Right.
It doesn't come easy, bro.
Bingo. I agree with you, man. I agree with you.
Well, how'd you do it, bro?
Well, I'm blessed in a way where my job is remote, right? And I've been working in that industry since 2017, right? So I know it pretty well. And, you know, I had some savings and I saw the opportunity, man. I never thought about, you know, leaving the country until my brother brought it up to me, actually. And it all started with him mentioning passport bros. I'm not a passport bro, but that's you know, that's how the conversation got started, right?
Yeah, I get you.
So the first video that popped up when I typed into Google, I said passport bro, and it said Philippines. I was like, oh shit, let me check this out.
Yeah.
Started doing research, and it was a snowball from there, man. I was like, okay, this is where I want to go. And like you said, man, it's a matter of, do you actually want to do it? If so, how bad? Or is it just something you say you want to do?
Yeah.
And it was something I really wanted to do. So made my little checklist. The first step was getting my passport, which, guys, I mean, it's only like, what, $130 to get your passport. And you only got to wait like 4 to 6 weeks. So take care of that. It's the first and major step. And the rest will just fall into place, man. The rest is just a matter of discipline and patience.
I think you'd be surprised, bro. Like, there's I can't quote the name of the person, but like making the first step, you're already like halfway there.
Right.
So like, again, if you really want this life, like, just start with the first step, man. That's it.
Right.
And once you're in it, your brain will try to find. That's why I say, like, take that week out to like a different country and experience it. Because when you experience it, and if you really want it, then most people, I would say, like, your brain is going to try to find ways
To make it happen.
or maintain it, bro.
Right. That's a good point, too. Awesome, man.
So I got a taste of like traveling life. I really enjoyed it. Yes, I have love for my country. I have love for my people. Though I'm young, I want to take advantage of my youth. I want to be out here. I've met so many people, man. Like, again, like, okay, fuck, this could be a little bit of a flex. Like, I've been to South America, I've been to Europe, I've been to other continents in different countries where I've made relationships with people. Or like, if you go down to Colombia, you tell me, hey, Bran, like, I'm gonna go to Colombia. I got you, bro. I'll hook you up with one person that I know who's living there. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
So like, that's cool, man. And that's something that, like, I grew up in the suburbs, so like most of the people know each other. So it's good to know people like outside of where I'm from. And
Absolutely.
yeah, man, it's cool like that.
Absolutely. Well, hey, man, I know I've talked your ear off, man. It was good hearing some things you had to say, man, because I don't think we've ever talked about that, like, you know, in person. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you for carving out the time for that.
One thing I do want to close off on is like, And I'm gonna post this like on my Insta. Filipinos can sometimes be like misread, but some of the nicest people welcoming. They've always welcomed me. Very kind. Like they just kind of want to get to know me. They're curious or something, and you just gotta live it, bro. Like I can't explain it. Like when people say why Philippines, like it's hard to dive deep into it and give a good answer. The best answer that I can give is just like come here, meet the people. Obviously, of course, respect the law, be courteous, you know,
Right.
be nice, you know, and then I think you're gonna have a good experience and you'll understand why I'm here. So respect this country. I do love this country, and I want to see it prosper. I want to see it develop even further, and I think there's big things that are going on in Cebu, and not just here, but around the country, and I hope it continues to be that way. And yeah, man, that's all. So I appreciate you having me here, bro.
Man, it's my absolute pleasure, man. Appreciate you. Man, trying to give me a pound, man.
Nah, bro.
Want that whole dab. I just want to say thank you to all those new subscribers. Thank you to all those who keep showing up week after week to watch our new videos. So what I'm doing is I'm unlocking more value for you guys who continue to support our channel. So we have a Patreon set up. If you want to unlock bonus content, some behind the scenes content, just know that we are still new, but we're growing and we're looking to add a lot more value and content to that Patreon. We're establishing a Discord channel as well to build a community around all the information that would be potentially helpful, not only to people who are physically here already in the Philippines, but those looking to travel and to move to the Philippines. Again, I want to say thank you to you guys for supporting us, and we look forward to seeing you in the future. Take care.